Respected dear youngsters, welcome, a hearty welcome, a joyful welcome. Welcome with so much of gratitudes to you that it is you because of whom these Geetha classes are happening every day unbroken from last 317 days, almost 11 months. We are into 10th chapter. So 8 more chapters are there. We may take 3 or 4 months more. So good you are coming, and I am sure you are also doing some homework of a reflection on what is heard here, and definitely you must be practicing it as well as getting the benefit out of it. So listen to Gita, study and understand Gita at home, implement it and get benefit of it, and make a habit that life is lived only as per the guidance given by Lord Krishna through Bhagavad Gita. Guaranteed is your outer success, guaranteed will be your inner peace, and guaranteed will be your innermost fulfillment. Janmadhanyata. So welcome. I wish you all the best. You continue. So today another day beautiful. Today's three topics. First is Bhagavad Gita. Second one today being Independence Day, 76th, 15th August 2023. So we will be in our common sense thought. We talk about Bharata Mata only. So too in our chantings. Yesterday we have concluded our Saraswati Stotram. So from tomorrow another Stotram will start. Today we will just chant once and see the meaning of our national song, not national anthem, national song. Jatiya Ganam, not Geetam. So these three will be our programs today. Welcome. Let's start with our everyday prayers. Om, 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 Om Sahana Vavatu, Sahanao Bhunaktu, Sahaviryam Karavavahai, Tejasvinavadhitamastu, Ma Vidvishavahai, Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Om Abhiswarnamayi Lanka Name Rochati Lakshmana Janani Janma Bhumischa Sargadabhigariyasi. Om Jaya 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 Priya Bharat जनयित्री दिव्यधात्री जय 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 शतसहस्र नरनारी हृदय नेत्री जय 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 प्रिय भारत जनयित्री दिव्यधात्री ओम जनगणमन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंधु गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल गंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे वंदे मातरम वंदे भारत मातरम वंदे भारत मातरम भारत माता की जय सनातन धर्म की जय. Friends, today is beautiful day, Independence Day. About it, little later we talk among our three topics today. The first one is Srimad Bhagavad Gita. So we are reveling in our 10th chapter, Vibhuti Yoga. So the initial shlokas of Bhagavan Krishna telling about himself and also giving us two supports and telling us to do his bhajana by all those six means. When they are done, Bhagavan promised that us that he will give us the buddhi yogam. He in fact will be seated in our heart and will light the lamp of the Atma Jnanam, after which the darkness of ignorance and delusion go away. तेषामेव अनुकम्पार्थम् अहम् अज्ञानजं तमः नाशयामि आत्मभावस्थः ज्ञानदीपेन भास्वत. We have seen it. Then in the second portion, Arjuna's praise to the Lord, Param Brahma, Param Dhama, Ityadi, the 9 ways. Then he asks Bhagavan, please tell me your whole vibhutis with which you are permeating the whole world, and through them I want to do your upasana or worship and discover your presence everywhere. So tell me which are the bhavas or vibhutis by which you have to be meditated by me. Keshu keshu cha bhaveshu chintyosi Bhagavan Maya. विस्तरेण आत्मनः योगं विभूतिं च हे जनार्दन भूयः कथय तृप्तिर्हि शृण्वतो नास्ति मे अमृतम्. When this way Arjuna asks, now Bhagavan says, my vibhutis are infinite. So only pradhanyata I will tell you, important ones. So in the first one itself, the most important vibhuti, Bhagavan told, Aham Atma Gudakeshah Sarva Bhuta Ashaya Stitaha. This is ultimate. If you do that, everything included in that. If not, chalo, I will tell you one by one. In this way, around aham adishya madhyam cha bhutanam anta eva cha adityanam aham vishnu, वहाँ से शुरू करते हुए भगवान went on giving us his own vibhutis, his own presence in the world. We have seen up to the verse 31, in which around 40 or 42 or 43 vibhutis are covered. So 30 more are there. So what is that? 31. Pavanaha pavatam asmi. In all the swiftly moving things, I am the wind. And Vayu, its contribution to our life, how the Vayu or the Prana or the Mukhya Prana is praised as Sakshat Parabrahma in all Upanishads. Yesterday I shared with you. Then Ramaha Shastra Bhrutamaham, among all the wielders of the weapons, I am Bhagavan Rama himself. This is the next Vibhuti Krishna Bhagavan has shared. And what is glory of Rama? How when he has the Shastrastra in his hands, nobody can defeat him. And never ever the Lord Rama's weapons, whether it is the arrow or any of the prahara, never goes waste. It hits the target, definitely, certainly, and come back to his own source or the quiver. That's how the Rama's greatness of Shastra. And 2 episodes of Rama, one finishing 14,000 Rakshasas at the time of Vanavasa, second with Ravana, the fighting, finishing all his 10 heads. Today we are going to see Rama removed in our evening Adhyatha class at quarter to 8 o'clock, up to 8:30. So yesterday I narrated all this to you. Why Bhagavan Krishna says among the users of the Astra Shastra, I am Rama. So Rama is Krishna only. So Rama का ही विभूति कृष्ण है, कृष्ण का ही विभूति राम है. That one we have seen. Then we saw Jashanam Makaraha cha Asmi. I am the crocodile among all the Jashanam, the beings which stay in the waters. We explained yesterday. And the last was the beautiful one, Srotasam. Among all the rivers that are flowing, I am Jahnavi, the Ganga Maya. Why she is called as Jahnavi? When the Rishi Jahnu was sitting and doing upasana or dhyana in his Kutiya ashram, this Gangaji with so much of gurgling force came with her arrogance as if. जाह्नवी ऋषि ने पूरे गंगा को ओम केशवाय स्वाहा नारायण स्वाहा करके पूरा पी लिया उन्होंने. No Ganga was there. Then she was inside and then saying, "No, no, I have a purpose of serving the people, reaching there and clearing all that Sagara Putriko Moksha Dena hai." Then Jahnu Rishi from his ears, he just leaves the Ganga. Therefore, she became Jahnavi, Jahnu Putri, like that. So, Srota Samasmi Jahnavi. Yesterday we saw up to this. Today we will do only one shloka. Okay. Because time is up, you are in Independence Day celebration mood. So, one shloka only will chant 32, 4 times pada. Within this, 1, 2, 3 only vibhutis are there. We'll just finish them in 10 minutes. Chant the shloka. Om Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Shri Geetha Sharanam Mama, Shri Vyasa Sharanam Mama, Shri Sadguru Sharanam Mama, Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Sharanam Mama, Sharanam Mama. Om Shri Krishna Parabrahmane Namaha, Shrimad Bhagavad Gita, Atha Dashamodhyayah, Vibhuti Yogaha. श्रीभगवानुवाच अथ द्वात्रिंशतितमः श्लोकः फोर टाइम्स सर्गाणाम् आदिरन्तश्च मध्यं चैवाहमर्जुन अध्यात्मविद्या विद्यानां वादः प्रवदतामहम् अगेन सर्गाणाम् आदिरन्तश्च मध्यं चैवाहमर्जुन अध्यात्मविद्या विद्यानां वादः प्रवदतामहम् अगेन सर्गाणाम् आदिरन्तश्च मध्यं चैवाहमर्जुन अध्यात्मविद्या विद्यानां वादः प्रवदतामहम् अगेन सर्गाणाम् आदिरन्तश्च मध्यं चैवाहमर्जुन अध्यात्मविद्या विद्यानां वादः प्रवदतामहं सर्गाणामादिरन्तश्च मध्यं चैवाहमर्जुन अध्यात्मविद्या विद्यानां वादः प्रवदतामहम्. This is what is Shloka 32. In this, Bhagwan's three vibhutis are told to us for doing the upasana. What is Vibhuti Upasana? That particular aspect told by the Lord should be taken as the Lord Himself and do the variety of Upasanas, Bhakti, Shraddha. As it was said, Machita Madhita Prana Bodhenta Parasparam. Itna karo ki that particular thing is fully taken and convinced as Bhagavan's expression only for the entire life. So that way, one aspect is conquered in our mind. But the conquering here, that is taken as Bhagwan. And why we have to take it as Bhagwan? I am telling you every day because Bhagwan himself told Geetha is the authority. Second is when everything is God, that has to be God. And why all these exercise I am sharing every day? God alone is real. In Him the world is seen to such an extent that the world is taken as real. And we started with likes and dislikes, get lost in the world, and we have forgotten the Lord Himself. So we are doing the reverse process. The wrong process we saw was seeing the world in the God. Now the right process we are doing is seeing the God in the world. And respectfully, reverentially, when we deal with everything and being in the world, the mind becomes purified. It's only the impure mind, all negative thoughts come with which we do wrong actions and get problems to us and also the trouble the world. All this calamity goes away when we do the upasana of Bhagavan in this world, as said by Lord Krishna here, to begin with in some of the aspects that this is Bhagavan, this is Bhagavan, this is Bhagavan. Later on, every kana is nothing but Bhagavan only. Okay. Now in today's upadhis, the first upadhi is what? Sarganam adihi antahacha madhyam cha eva aham Arjuna. Hey Arjuna, aham eva, I alone am. Sarganam, of the creations or creation, adihi, the beginning. Madhya, its central point. And antaha, end also. So the creation's beginning, creation center, portion at the end of the creation also. I alone am there. Hey Arjuna, that is my vibhuti. Here, what is Vibhuti? Not creation. That which is there before creation, during creation, after the creation, that is my Vibhuti. So, from me only creation comes. From only creation maintained, into me only creation goes at the time of dissolution. This is what is Bhagavan's Vibhuti. Now, the same Vibhuti has come with little difference. Where do you know? The second Vibhuti itself. If you remember that. What is the first Vibhuti? Aham Atma Gudakesha Sarvabhuta Ashayastita. Sarvabhuta Ashayastita Atma Aham. I am the self in all the hearts of all beings. That is the ultimate first Vibhuti. Immediately the second one. What was that? Aham Adischa Madhyamcha Bhutanam Antayevacha. Here also Sarganam Adihi Antaha Madhyam Chaiva Aham Arjuna. What is the difference there, here and there? There is, he says, Aham Astam Sarvabhutan, Aham Adishya Madhyam Bhutanam Anta. There he talked about only the living beings. Bhutanam Adi, Bhutanam Madhya, Bhutanam Antah. I am. There it was, second Vibhuti. Only for the living beings, he said. Here, not only living beings, but entire creation of living, non-living, mobile, immobile, entire sarga, it is spoken about. टोटल क्रिएशन की बात यहाँ हो रही है, ओनली लिविंग बींग्स का बात वहां हुआ था. दैट्स ओनली डिफरेंस. So the entire creation of the Jada, Chetana, for all of that, Bhagavan is the cause from him. Because before the creation, Bhagavan alone was there. That is why it is said, before creation, Bhagavan alone was there. Therefore, if the creation has to come, it has to come from Bhagavan only. And every time they see, the cause should be always in the effect. The cause being the Bhagavan, he must be there in the effect called as the world. That is why we say million times, in whatever the Rupa Nama we see the world, all of that is nothing but expression of Bhagavan only. Ishavasya Vidagam Sarvam, Sarvam hi etad Brahma, Sarvam Kaluidam Brahma. All the Upanishads do this announcement only. Okay, now what is creation for you, though you are youngsters? The secret I am revealing to you as per the Upanishads. Creation is nothing but the manifestation of the unmanifest names and forms. Therefore, the dissolution, pralaya, is nothing but going back of the names and forms into unmanifest form. On what? On the God. Like what are the waves? Manifestation of the form and the name in eternally existing water. What is the disappearance of the wave? The Rupa and Nama got again back to unmanifest stage. Other than that, what else is there is only water. Before the wave is born and during the wave is born, wave is maintained. At the time of the dissolution of the wave also, water alone is there. In the same way, before creation it is God. During creation it is God. End of creation it is God. Therefore, what is creation? Name and form given to God. Manifestation of the unmanifest name and form is creation. The unmanifestation form is jhana of the name and form is called dissolution. In between also, when the name and form is there, going through any modification, support is the God only. Like that wave goes through the modification from very small size to ripple to bigger, 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 bigger. Who is supporting that growth of the wave? Nothing but the water only. Is it not? In the same way, uh, Sarganam Adi Anta Madhyancha Aveva Arjuna. That is Bhagavad Vibhuti. You have to contemplate on these things very deeply. Superficially, with the senses extroverted, with the things of the world kept in mind, and with so much of disturbance in the mind of Rajoguna, of desire, greed, passion, you will never have this meditative poise. इसलिए सारा कचरा दूर करके staying in an ashram under a guidance of Guru, meditate for 5-6 years, all these things will be clearly experienced. Anyway, our job is not to tell you to do that. Bhagavan ki vibhuti hai. He says, I am such one from whom the sarga came, maintaining and going away. That way is my one expression. That is vibhuti. Technical is called tatastha lakshana of Bhagavan. Tatastha means with respect to the world, Bhagavan is mentioned as the cause of the world's creation, maintenance, and dissolution. In his Swarupa, Bhagavan is only Satyam Jnanam Anantam or Sat Chit Anand. So one Vibhuti explained to you. Sarganam Adirantascha Madhyam Chaivavam Arjuna. Second Vibhuti is the top and highlight of the entire 72 Vibhutis. What is this? Adhyatma Vidya Vidyanam. There are hundreds and thousands of Vidyas are there in this world. Sciences, knowledges, Vidyas. Among all of them, Adhyatma Vidya is me, the spiritual science. The knowledge regarding one's own inner self. That spiritual science, Adhyatma Vidya, is me. You know, today, see, Independence Day, 15th August, we are reading this great Vibhuti that India stands for the Adhyatma Vidya only mainly. Baki baad mein. Is it not? So we have the two Vidyas are what? One is Adhyatma Vidya, second is Adi Bhautika Vidya. So all the Bhautika Vidyas, actually they are all avidyas. I am telling you this thing nowadays. The moksha giving Vidya alone is Vidya. All our colleges, students, teachers, schools are not giving moksha giving vidya. Therefore, that should not be called as Vidyalaya. They should be called as Avidyalaya. Every day I am telling you. Only moksha giving vidya alone is vidya. So therefore, all these bhautika vidyas, they may give you the bhukti, but not mukti. So in that bhautika vidyas, all of the vidyas which you talk about, all the ologies come in that. Anomies and ologies, whichever are there. Biology, botany, zoology, and the physics, physiology, physics, chemistry, mathematics, all the astrology, जितने भी सारे आपके बाह्य विद्याएं हैं, है ना? Medicine, in that medicine only 100 are there. Physics, there are so many branches. In the technology, so many others are there. All of these vidyas. And in Sanskrit Bhasha, they are called as Bhautika Shastra, physics, Rasayana Shastra, chemistry, Ganita Shastra, mathematics, then Bhugola Shastra, geology, Khagola Shastra, the astronomy, then Jiva Shastra, biology. In that also, Jantu Shastra, the zoology, Vriksha Shastra, botany. We have how many of these Shastras? Nowadays, all these have come. Technology, technique. In that, then again, Nyaya Shastra, the law, then Artha Shastra, the economy, and then the Yuddha Shastra, the regarding warfare, defense system, then Rajaniti Shastra, the politics. There are all so many Shastras, Vidyas are there. But all of them give bhukti, not mukti. That is why Adhyatma Vidya, Bhagavan says, I am that basically. All other also me, because you need to have bhukti also. So Vidya में अध्यात्म विद्यामय. And what is Adhyatma Vidya? Going to the Guru, staying with him, surrender to him for few years. Then he gives us what is your essential self beyond what you think yourself now as the Sharira Mana Buddhi, as a waker and dreamer and deep sleeper, as a gross, subtle and causal experiences. Beyond that you are something. You are the fourth state of experience beyond Jagra, Sapna, Sushupti. You are beyond these three dehasam, sthula, sukshma, karana. Or you are beyond these five koshasa, the annamaya, pranamaya, manomaya, vijnana, annamaya. All of that the Guru teaches and he tells us the variety of sadhanas techniques to transcend all that which is not me and recognize what I am. All this put together is called Adhyatma Vidya. So that Vidya where you focus on yourself, and in that there are two yous, one real you and not real you, going beyond that not real you and discovering your real essential self. That is called Adhyatma Vidya. I am that Vidya. That alone gives moksha. Adhyatma Vidya Vidyanam. Spiritual knowledge among all. Therefore, you are coming to Bhagavad Gita and studying daily Adhyatma Vidya. So you are really worshipping the Lord, this Adhyatma Vidya Rupi Vibhuti. Bhagavan is very happy with the youngsters who are daily attending the Gita classes. Congratulations. And I also recommend, hey Bhagavan, these youngsters are so serious, sincere. In spite of busy schedule, they attend classes every day Gita ka. Please bless them with the Adhyatmika Vidya and Bhautika Vidyas so that their Bhukti and Mukti is ensured. Not even one youngster who is listening to Gita classes should suffer any failure or defeat or any misery throughout their life in all their noble, spiritual, beautiful, divine endeavors. Bhagwan, take my upasana tapasya for that, but bless the youngsters. Those who are coming to Gita class, not those who are not coming. Why should I waste my energy for them? I will not waste. In general, we pray for all bhed bakri also. उसमें सब आ जाते. लोका समस्ता सुखिनो भवन्तु. We anyway do. But the special prayers for those who come to Gita classes. So no. Because you need to have some maturity, some sacrifice to come to Gita classes. Such you deserve these prayers and blessings. Okay? So Adhyatma Vidya Vidyanam is Bhagwan's next Vibhuti. And in this very shloka, the last one is Vadaha Pravadatam Aham. Pravadatam Aham Vadaha. So Pravadatam means people who discuss with each other. Okay? In those discussions with each other, there are so many gradations are there. So there are four things. or five things. Okay, they are Vada, then Samvada, then Vivada, then Vitanda, then Jalpa. This is how two people talk with each other. Vada, the one who puts his own point. Samvada, they do discussion. Like Bhagavad Gita is Sri Krishna Arjuna Samvade. Vada Samvada are same. Then Vitanda and Jalpa and Vivada. Vivada is just argument. Vitanda. Okay. Then, Vivada. Vitanda means what? Come what may, wanting to put his own point, not listening to other at all. He got Vitanda. Jalpa is to defeat the other fellow is the purpose, not to establish his own point. Like Vitanda is Dhritarashtra. He kuch bhi koi bhi kahe, finally he says, my son Duryodhana should be given the kingdom. He is insistent on his point. In the Jalpa, what they do, they don't have their own standpoint, but they defeat other fellow. So these three Vivada, Vitanda and Jalpa are negative things which create fighting between people and all. Vada and Samvada are good, both are one only. Therefore, that Vada is the healthy mutual discussion between two people to come to the correct, authentic conclusion on any issue is called Vada. Like when wife and husband come together. So, where to go? No, today is this day, Independence Day, so let's go to the temple. या बहुत दिन हो गया टेम्पल जाके. When wife says let's go to temple, then husband also says कि बहुत दिन हो गया जाके, and कौन सा मंदिर जाना. So this मंदिर, so this is a discussion going on for one consensus. It's called Vada. But if she says no, not temple, let's go to party or picnic or relatives, he says nahi mandir ja, then they are doing Vivada. That ends in bitterness and they won't go to any place. And in the Vitanda and Jalpa, मैं कह रहा हूँ तो मंदिर ही जाना है, मैं कह रहा हूँ तो पिकनिक ही जाना है. The Jalpa is what? No, why should we go to temple? Where is God? He's not at all there. If he is there, why you should have not given you as my wife? Or some type of that type of discussion. You too with your friends. Every day you have a discussion. Any healthy discussion to come to an authentic, correct conclusion is called as Vad. Wherever you are arguing is Vivad. So Bhagavan says, Pravadatam, among all these five types of talks, Vada, Samvada, Vivada, Pravitanda and Jalpa, I am Vadaha. I am that healthy discussion where they are trying to come to one good decision. Vada. Between two countries, lot of discussions happen bilaterally for the establishment of healthy trading. Like our Pradhana Mantri, today I heard his talk, Independence Day wala. I didn't know whether I have logged on late or not. भारत माता की जय उन्होंने कहा कि नहीं, थोड़ा सुनकर बताओ मुझे, शुरू में और एंड में. झंडा वंदन होते ही जनगण मन शुरू हो गया. Then he started his talk. Then at the conclusion also he had pani and nikal gaye. Did he make all of us repeat Bharat Mata ki Jai, which he does every time? I missed it, I think. Otherwise he won't miss it, especially on Independence Day. How can he do that? Every day तो कहते हैं वो, पहले भारत माता की जय कहलवाते. So he is going to all countries and establishing various trade relation with country or Bharat, so that our economy can grow. That's called Vad. But within the country, when the parliament happens, all the opposition never allow even the parliament to run. Why? They are doing Vivada and Vitanda and Jalpa, holding on to one point and trying to pull down. Unhealthy that is. It may be happening in every country's unparliament or parliament. That's how the opposition party, they want that power and all. Therefore, is it not very, very painful? It is. That is how they think. They justify like that only. हमको विवाद वितरण जल में करना है. Never agree any good policies that are done. Again, in the same way, the India, China, what discussion happened yesterday? I have to see the paper. The 19th round of talks. They did Vivada or they Vivad hua, nahi pata. In India, Pakistan also. I'm just telling internationally, intranationally, between states and between two departments, in a family, everywhere, between friends and all, boss and subordinates, or a team members in a project, they have to succeed. They have to do the Vada. Whenever they do the Vada, Bhagavan is there with them. To tell that, I gave you all the examples. जहाँ वाद होता है वहाँ भगवान. This is न्यायवादी, not a न्याय विवादी, not a न्याय वितंडा, न्याय जल्पा. He's a न्यायवादी, न्याय के तरफ बोलता है. Advocates and all judges. Is it? क्योंकि वादः प्रवदताम अहम. So be conscious then. So then when I have to talk to you something, tell something, according to some authority of Shastra, I talk. That's called Vada. No, no, मेरा point ही correct है, मैं स्वामी हूँ. Then it is called Vivada. Then Vitanda, then Jalpa. Never enter into Vivada. हमेशा वाद में रहो. Okay, in this way, 3 Vibhuthis today we thought of doing, we have done. First, Sarganam Adirantascha Madhyam Chaivaha Arjuna. Sarganam Adihi Antaha Madhyam. Sarganam for the entire creation's creation, maintenance and dissolution. I am the cause. That's my Vibhuti. I am the. Second, Adhyatma Vidya Vidyanam. Among all the Vidyas, knowledge, educations, the spiritual knowledge gives moksha. That is first me. Every Vidya also Bhagavan say I am. All Vidyas are there in Veda. Vedas have come from God only. Third one is Vadaha Pravadatam Aham. Two healthy discussions. Any relation में जो होता है, whose outcome is a positive thing for the in the interest of both of them, that Vada is me. Okay. Thank you. We'll stop here. Today our Geetha and the Vibhutis. Now the second topic today is the common sense thought. In the common sense thought today we talk about our freedom and independence only. 75th, 76th Independence Day we are celebrating. So 1947, this is 2023. So 4 topics I want to discuss, 4 or 5. Many other things, millions of them you know. The first topic is what? Thank God we got the freedom from the slavery from those Rakshasas. 76 years. We can have the sigh of relief, inhaling and exhaling all happily. Swatantrata mila hai. Therefore, along with celebrating this independence, just to think about how this freedom and independence can be made right use of. Basically, in what way I can take my independent India to greater and greater heights in all aspects, as an individual at my own level, and as a community or a group. क्योंकि स्वतंत्रता का सद्विनियोग करना चाहिए ना. That's what is being taught from then onward. Therefore, we are standing this place, especially from last 10 years. A good effort is done. We are standing out in the whole world's countries to be a beacon light and leader to many, many. Hundreds of countries, really many countries respect, revere Bharata Mata in so many aspects. What further things we can do? In what way the glory of India can be made stand out and gets respect and reverence? तो भारत माता का स्वतंत्रता के साथ, सेलिब्रेशन के साथ ये दृष्टि हमको रखनी है. हाउ कैन वी यूज दिस नेशंस फ्रीडम फॉर द नेशन बिल्डिंग ओनली. जस्ट सेलिब्रेट किया कि झंडा वंदन कर दी, नमस्कार कर दी, मिठाइयाँ खा ली, क्या फायदा उसका. कैसे स्वतंत्रता का सदुपयोग करें. फर्स्ट टॉपिक है ना. थिंक अबाउट इट. आई एम गिविंग यू जस्ट द होमवर्क टॉपिक्स. सेकंड वन इज व्हाट कि how many hundreds and thousands and lakhs of people have sacrificed their life for 200 years to fetch this freedom for us. And from that 1757, the mutiny of the soldiers, Sepoy mutiny started. Then 1857 it started, 1947 90 years. So 190 or 200 years it took for the total freedom gaining. How many hundreds, thousands, lakhs have sacrificed their money, their health, their comforts, their enjoyments, and finally their lives. Here I want to note one point, important key. Some people who led as leaders have become prominent and those names and forms are in front of us along with their doings. But can there be any leader without the followers? Who is great? A leader or followers? It is a leader, it's the followers which are important. Because without followers, how can the leader lead? Generally, leader का ही नाम लिया जाता है and less value given to the followers. Actually, those who are working. So some people like Father of Nation and all, who recognize, we really recognize them. They have done a good job. But then how many 100,000 millions unnoticed have sacrificed at their own level at different places? We have to remember all of them. Men and women, young and old, irrespective of their financial status position, they have done lakhs and lakhs. सबको मिलकर सबका योगदान मिलकर स्वतंत्रता आया. Not these 10, 12 people. One or two, so they enjoyed freedom after freedom more than they are working for the freedom. And they divided the country, they destroyed the culture, and they are in the power also even out of freedom for 60 years. And therefore, because of them, the whole country did not become as gloriously as it has to become. It had to become. At least now the good governance is going on. Be careful about it. So acknowledge them, the leaders, but more than that, every human being of Bharat Mata, who have given money, who gave time, who gave energy, who gave life. ऐसे बहुत सारे थे. नारे लगाए, कोई झंडा बनाया किसी ने, स्लोगन्स बनाया किसी ने, छोटा मोटा बड़ा तगड़ा हर तरह का काम जितने भी किया, उन सबके चरण में प्रणाम. Today we should, at least today, every day we must remember them. At least today we have to do. Okay, this is a second topic I want to talk on, the day of independence. Now the third topic is most important in my view. Is what? Good that so many people in 200 years struggled and brought freedom to us. But the question is, why did we lose that freedom and independence? What were the reasons because of which that the small number, these useless Rakshasas, the Dutch, Portuguese, French, and British rascals, how did they come in such small number? And we were in 20, 30 crores at that time, or maybe 50, whatever. How could they rule such we the majority? Why did we lose the independence? What were the reasons? How come it happened? Is it not important to think about it? Know all those reasons and see to it that those reasons never come in our future for the any number of years, that we should never lose again our independence. Never succumb again to those things, and because of which again we have to lose our freedom and become again slaves. Nahi banna. No, I was saying, discussing morning, the three main reasons I found are: one, we never had sufficient sophisticated weaponry. Therefore, we only had the Dhanurban and all. They had so many of the latest arms and ammunition. They could kill more of us people out of fear also. Therefore, we lost. One was this very main important reason. Now, thank God today, this new government from last 9 years, 6 times it has increased budget for the defense sector. Therefore, we have such a powerful defense now. See that last 2 3 days, 65,000 armies deployed in that Leh Ladakh region with so many of the latest arms and ammunition equivalent to that China, because those rascals are developing so much with an eye on our land. Bharat Mata also. Newer airports in those high altitudes in Arunachal Pradesh and all is a great, great thing done. Thank the government, thank the Prime Minister for protecting our nation this way at borders by providing all arms. Every country we have armed dealings now. The other day we got from which country? Israel, say. Which country we got that biggest of the big drone which can fly in the sky for 38 hours, 36 hours, can surveillance do of Pakistan, China at one go. Yesterday I have seen that in the TV. So the defense sector was weak, therefore we were defeated. And today I was watching again all the parades. Somebody compiled and has shown it. Good. I to tell every youngster, defense में 1 2 5 साल शुरू करके आना चाहिए. Make that as the first priority. Join army. If not, then only the civil services and all. And nothing you can do, then you join in all these small little sectors. Every sector requires the human resource anyway, but generally. So more and more the army personnel and more army arsenal. When we have army or navy, tab jakar we will not succumb. So this is the first reason why we got. Second reason was this one. What is that? We, out of the power mongering, started becoming enemies only to each other. Small little kingdoms of India. Because of this enmity mutual, they encashed that by this policy of divide and rule. Therefore, we may have 28, 29, 30, 31, 40 states, but first I am Indian. I am Bharatiya. Indian name will change in next 10 years, I believe so, even before that. We are all first Bharatiya. We are all first belonging to our Hindustan, Sanatana Dharma, Bharata Desha. First to be the Indian, then only any state, any caste, any religion. Nothing should divide us as a nation. This is the second reason we were divided, that they defeated us. If you are integrated, talk only that language. We are first Indians. Remain like that. Anywhere anything required, we'll be able to do. Don't say कि अरुणाचल प्रदेश में या इधर उधर हो रहा है, मैं तो मद्रासी हूँ, या मद्रास में मैं क्या करूँ, मैं तो कश्मीरी हूँ. अबे ये सब बात की बात है. You are Indian first. Like I told you the other day story, foreigner visiting India, having heard about glory of India from the NRI. He visited every place and went back. I'm telling you in short to save time. Then what was the sad report he gave to the Indian who asked कि देख क्या मेरे भारत को कैसा लगा? He said, yeah, I went all over the country. He said, I went to Tamil Nadu, I found Tamilians. I went to Andhra, I found Telugu. I went to Kerala, I found Keralites, very good, very culture. I went to Gujarat, I found Gujarati. I went to Maharashtra, I got Maharashtrian. I went to Orissa. Everywhere I went everyone, but I didn't meet Indian anywhere, he said. Very sad thing, no? He met Tamilian, Maharashtrian, Gujarati, Punjabi. आजकल बहुत नाटक कर रहे हैं खालिस्तान करके. Very funny. I not meet Indian, he says. That is a very sad thing to know. First anybody ask, if anybody, स्वामी जी आपका, मैं कहता पहले मैं इंडियन हूँ, भारतीय first. Then what next? Why next? I'm Indian, but सनातन धर्मी हो गए. बाकी सब secondary. Because that naming itself gives the difference. Once the difference comes, you fight with each other. Then you give chance for others. Therefore, the second reason was for selfishness, fighting with each other. Okay. The third reason was they become bhogi, materialistic, bhoga parayana. And these foreigners, Westerns, bought so much of the bhoga vastus because of the lalach for that we have sold out ourselves to them. That's why they conquered us. Many other reasons, but these three I say main reasons. Therefore, along with celebrating independence, think how the India has to be taken further. Along with that, think also about why we lost the freedom. Then don't repeat it. Three important things I spoke to you. Now, the last fourth thing about our today's Independence Day's knowledge is what? Basically, India is spiritual. Bharat Mata is Sanatana Dharma. Bharat Mata is the Adhyatmikata. Just now we saw Adhyatma Vidya Vidyana. Bharat Mata is Shastra. Therefore, अध्यात्म शास्त्र पढ़ते हुए, धर्म का निर्वहन करते हुए, परमात्मा को लक्ष्य बनाकर जो सनातन धर्म का जीवन जीता है, that is a real tribute to our India. You may grow materially, you may surpass all the foreign countries, allowed, but not at the cost of what basically India stands for, that is spirituality. Our own Dharma Shastra, Moksha Shastra पढ़ो और आध्यात्मिक जीवन जियो, then only we are Indian. Any of the youngster who is not studying our scriptures, not living our own culture and tradition, is naam ke vaste Indian. I don't consider him to be Bharatiya only. And today in the various so-called patriotic organizations, including big ones, I don't want to name them, including the great called political parties. Only one question I ask them: are you studying our Shastras? Are you understanding what is the root of our Bharata Mata? If not, you are for your political otherwise gains, you are Indian, otherwise you are not at all. I don't agree. You are coming to Geetha class, therefore you are Indian. Those who are not coming, they are youth. They are not Indian, in my opinion. जिस देश का जो नींव होता है उसको नहीं समझा तो उस देश को कैसे बिलोंग करेगा वो? भारत माता is not bhautika desham, it is adhyatmika desham. And adhyatmikata is in their shastras. So those who study shastra live the adhyatmic life basically and first, and live life according to dharma, not becoming prey to any bhautika vada, he is Indian. So in that also we have to give the strength. If these four things are done, then we are really celebrating India's independence. That's what is our today's कॉमन सेंस पैट्रियोटिक स्पिरिचुअल थॉट। ठीक है ना, बहुत सारे हैं। मैं तो आपको एक साल जैसे गीता वैसे भारत माता के बारे में ये सब चीजों को लेकर बता सकता हूँ विदाउट एनी रेफरेंस ऑफ बुक। I can talk to you. 1 year challenge. But you all are listening, seeing, and all. And let the independence or let the patriotism be not only on one day independence day, that too 1 hour, 2 hours, till झंडा फहराया, कुछ गाने वाने गाए. No. नस नस में हमारा देशभक्ति सनातन धर्म भक्ति रहना है. That alone should express through us throughout the life. That is an ideal Indian youngster. I want that from you all. You promise to yourself. On this regard, I want to talk a lot, but then the time is less. Let us see tomorrow if something more if Lord wants me to talk. I'll stop here. Bolo Bharata Mata ki Jai. Now, in our today's third topic of learning the chanting and meaning, today we do our national song. Chant karenge, 5 minutes, I'll give you the meaning. You all know 99% of it. Let us start. Vande Mataram, Vande Mataram, Sujalam, Sufalam, Malaya Jasitalam, Sasya Shamalam Mataram, Vande Mataram, Shubhra Jyotsna Pulakitayaminim, Pullakusumita Drumadala Shovinim, Suhasinim, Sumadhura Bhashinim, Sukhadam Varadam Mataram, Vande Mataram, Vande Mataram. So in this entire national song, Jate Ganam, only main sentences Vande Mataram. Vande means I salute. Aham. You have to add the Aham word. Aham Vande Bharata Mataram. I salute my mother India. Vande Mataram. And why I salute my mother India or how I have to make my mother India so worthy of salutation. That is the entire narration. This is the glory of my nation, therefore I salute her. One thing. Second, most important is I will make my Bharata Mata like this and then I salute. Like a god comes. You do salutation because he is God. Or you make a stone into a god and you salute it. दोनों तरह का है कि नहीं. भगवान आए उनको प्रणाम किया या कोई पत्थर को मूर्ति बनाकर उसको प्रणाम किया. So too, our Bharat Mata is because of these things glorious, therefore I salute her. Or I will create this glory in my Bharat Mata and I myself salute and make her worthy of salutation by the entire world. So Vande Bharata Mataram. Now you see, because of India is mother, all the children of the India are our own brothers and sisters. India is my mother, all Indians are my brothers and sisters. No, India is my country, all Indians are my brothers and sisters. My country is my mother, Bharata Mataram. So Vande Mataram. Okay, now the whole thing quickly I go through to save the time. Sujalam. Sujalam Bharata Mataram Aham Vande. Sufalam Bharata Mataram Aham Vande. Malayaj Sitalam Bharata Mataram Aham Vande. These are all the adjectives of the Bharata Mata. So Sujala, the mother India, which has got so many of the beautiful rivers. That day I told you, Srota Samasvi Jahnavi, Gange, Yamune, Godavari, Saraswati, Narmada, Sindhu, Kaveri, Penna. Ginte jao to how many rivers are there? And every river is for us mother goddess only. So that Bharata Mata, which has got so many divine, wonderful rivers, water sources, to that mother I salute. And what is my sadhana for that? Therefore, don't impurify the waters of our rivers. So many aquatic animals they die. The people who drink they also die. You can never have the crops, etc. Everything will be destructive if the waters are not protected. Therefore, Sujalam means save the water, protect the water. Don't impurify it. Don't misuse it. Like that, every one of them you can understand for yourself. I'll just only give the name. Some other time, 1 hour, 2 hours, I can talk on this particular national song. So Sujalam Bharata Mataram Aham Vande. So to Sufalam. Sufala. The mother which has got all wonderful trees giving all types of the fruits. Fruits includes fruits and vegetables, all that which are consumable. And India, because of so many rivers, lands are so much fertile, therefore so much of the safalata, फलों का भी सारे अनाज का भी होता है. तो we export to so many countries now. Is it not? So many countries we export now. तो सुफला, तो देन सेम थिंग, फूड को वेस्ट नहीं करना एंड बी ए क्रिएटर ऑफ द फूड. The best job you can take is that of a farmer. You may be education dark graduate वगैरह हो सकते हो, कोई बात नहीं. Take some 3-4 acres of land, become a farmer. That's the greatest job we can do. That way. So Sufalam Bharat Mataram Aham Vande, my mother India, which has got hundreds and hundreds of varieties of fruits and anaj ityadi, sufficient not only for 140 crores of us, ready to export to so many nations. To that Bharat Mata I am saluting. So therefore, make country rich by all food, etc. Never we should have the food scarcity. तो टमाटर का थोड़ा कमी हुआ, कुछ एक नेपाल से थोड़ा हमने लिया, बट तुरंत वी हैव कम टू द नॉर्मल रेट नाउ. द राइस नाउ वी हैव टू एक्सपोर्ट टू सम कंट्रीज, थोड़ा सा वेरिएशन लगा गेहूं का भी. तो यू नो ऑल दिस मोर देन मी, आई कांट टॉक. सो सुफलाम भारत मातरम वंदे. थर्ड, मलयज शीतलाम, the one who is giving cool winds coming from the Malaya Maruta mountains. Malaya mountain means all over the country, wherever the glaciers are there, snow-clad mountains are there, cooling the whole Bharata Mata. है ना, such a wonderful Malayaj Sheetala Bharata Mata. So इसके लिए हमें क्या करना? If you increase the pollution, all the glaciers will melt, then whole radiation will grow. It is difficult for the human and other living beings to live. तो टेक केयर ऑफ दैट फ्रॉम दिस मलयज शीतला. हो गया. सच भारत मातरम अहम वंदे. नेक्स्ट, सस्य श्यामलाम. सस्य श्यामला, श्यामला इज अ वर्ण, द फुल्ली ग्रोन क्रॉप. हाउ इट इज ब्लैकिश ग्रीन कलर, that is of the whole Bharata Mata throughout the year. With proper irrigation, that seasonal crop will always grow. That shows our non-laziness, active and dynamic activity, and making use of resources. And all the time, the whole Bharata Mata is Sasya Shamalam Mataram Vande. So Vande Mataram Sujalam Sufalam Malayaj Sheetalam Sasya Shamalam Mataram Vande. Then Subhra Jyotsna Pulakita Yamini. Every night is so joyful, especially the Paurnami and all those days where the moonlight is so fully, beautifully blazing. That also again the indication of non-pollution. Subhra Jyotsna Pulakita Yamini. Yamini is night. Pulakita means very happy. That fulfillment is from Pulakita only. Shubhra means neat and clean. Jyotsna means Chandani kehte hain. Shubhra Jyotsna Pulakita Yamini. The nights are so joyful, beautiful in the entire country with that moonlight. Means keeping that coolness always intact in the minds. The mind, Chandamama is the mind and go together. When the minds of all of them are cool without Kama Krodha, then there is a joy everywhere. That lesson you can learn from Subhra Jyosna Pulakita Yamini. Then Pulla Kusumita Druma Dala Shobhini. The whole Bharata Mata is Shobhini, so full of beauty because of Pulla Kusumita, very fully blossomed, hundreds and thousands varieties of flowers. Then Druma, the trees. Dala, variety of green, leaves of all type are always there. That means what? The work is both work by the farmers, work by the brahmanas, that oh Lord give the rains in right time so that all the flora fauna is taken care. ब्राह्मणों का एक काम होता है, यज्ञ याग करके वरुणादि देवताओं को अनुग्रह करने को कहते हैं. When the वरुणादि देवता rain, the other people are farmers and all traders or kshatriyas, they work with the resources given by the Lord through the prayers of Brahmana. That is how the Subhra Jyosna Pulakita Yaminim Ulla Kusumita Drumadala Shobhanim. Now the next one is Suhasinim. Everywhere there is hasas, the smile, because of purity, because of the love, because of the sharing with each other, because of oneness. Then Sumadura Bhashinima, the word, the moment comes out of any Indian, should melt the hearts of any of the listener, and the tears should come from their eyes. Sumadura Bhashini. Very sweet and nectarine words. Hundreds of examples I can give. There's no time. The best one is that of Swami Vivekananda when he addressed in that Parliament of Religions on 1993. You remember? The moment he started the first sentence, which was to those bhogi loga. This sentence is such a miracle. 10 minutes, the student clapped, it seems. Sisters and brothers of America, it fills my heart with joy unspeakable to rise in response to the warm and cordial welcome which you have given us. I thank you on the name of the mother of all religions. I thank you. He goes on saying only, Sumadura Bhashini. Let there be sweetness and truthfulness in our speech. Truthfulness to hit the intellects and the sweetness to melt the hearts of everyone. ऐसा वाणी बोलिए मन का आपा खोए और उनको शीतल करे आप ही शीतल होए केयूराणि न भूषयन्ति पुरुषं न हरा न चन्द्रोज्ज्वला न स्नानं न विलेपनं कुसुमं नालङ्कृता मूर्धया वाण्येका समलं करोति पुरुषं या संस्कृता यथायते क्षीयन्ते किल भूषणानि सतं वाग्भूषणभूषणं. Now this Vani, the speech is called Bharathi in the Sanskrit, Bharathi, and that India is Bharata Mata. So they go together now. The Vani and Bharati and Bharata same. Therefore, Sumadura Bhashini. Then finally, Sukhadam Varadam. The giver of all the Sukha, giver of all the boons and blessings is my Bharata Mata, my salutations. The whole world in many ways supported by India. Culturally, spiritually, तो है ही जो लेना चाहते हैं. In every country of our world, Indians are there supporting in every of the free departments. अभी तो politics में भी there are 20 countries in the world where Indian origins are the ruling the nation. So in this way, beautiful is his national song. Thank you to Chatterjee ji who has given this to us. We salute him, and on this Independence Day, I just wish that we all become great contributors to Bharat Mata's every glory and prove ourselves to be the Suput of our Mata. Like Ramji says, Janani Janmabhumi Swargadam Garis. He was asked to be there in Lanka because Bharata is king here. He tells to Lakshmana, hey Lakshmana, you may say right, the Lanka is full of gold, but for me, even Swarga is not nothing in front of my Bharat Mata and my mother. Therefore, I go to India only. So, api Swarnamayi Lanka. You may say Lanka is Swarnamayi. Name rochate. I don't like it. What is you like then? Janani Janmabhumi cha Swargadam Gariyasi. My mother Kausalya and my Bharat Mata is more greater than Swarga to me. Then why will I seek this small Naraka? So the small, the Sri Lanka, which is a part like of Swarga only. थोड़ा सा उस समय मेरे को तो स्वर्ग भी नहीं चाहिए मैं तो भारत माता में खुश हूँ. So in that way, first and foremost, all of you become patriotics. Desha Bhakta, then Sanatana Dharma Bhakta, then the lovers of your own life and lovers of the other beings, serve everyone. I thank you this way for listening patiently. This is what is our shloka today learnt, Vande Mataram, and the common sense is about Bharat Mata and independence. 4 or 5 things we discussed. And in Geetha, the 3 Vibhuthis we saw. Sargana Madhirantascha Madhyam Sevaham Arjuna, Adhyatma Vidya Vidyanam, Vadaha Pravadatam Aham. Thank you, friends. Once again, Independence Day wishes and prayers. Om Durjana Sajjano Bhuyat Sajjana Shanti Mapnuyat Shanto Mucheta Vandebhyaha Muktashanya Nimocheta Shitoma Astoma Sadgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Murtyorma Murtagamaya Om Purnamada Purnavidam Purnat Purnamudachita Purnasa Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti 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 Om Sri Gurubhyo Namah Varvashubhyo Namah Parabrahmane Namah Shruti Matre Namah Gita Matre Namah Sri Krishna Parabrahmane Namah Sri Vedvyasa Maharshi Namah Samastu Gurubhyo Namah Sri Bharata Matre Namah Bol Bharata Mata Ki Jai. Vande Bharat Mataram, Vande Bharat Mataram, Vande Bharat Mataram. Thank you. भारत माता का जय हो. माता माँ भारती की सेवा करें सब लोग बेटा शास्त्र अध्ययन के द्वारा. थैंक यू.